Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if we are even on, but good morning. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche. So we're just going to play with this for a little bit. We don't know what the lag time is at all because this is the first time. Oh, no, we're on. This is so exciting. Okay. It's very quick. So good morning and welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche. I am Lori Monaco, the badass Buddha, and also known as the fat eviction specialist. That is I got rid of the weight loss doc, fat eviction specialist. My business is Align Yourself Inc. I am broadcasting from beautiful but cold Southern Connecticut. And I am a holistic practitioner, a chiropractic physician. I am a life coach specializing in transformation and mindfulness practice. I'm also a speaker, a teacher, and a workshop facilitator and creator. So welcome.
Welcome. Hola, mi gente, aquí con la Margarita. I am coming to you from Tampa, Florida. It's not sunny out yet. It's kind of chilly here as well. I am your spiritual and creative healing life coach, your word guru. I am your wedding officiant, your notary. Come see about me. I am your gladiator guru, and welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche.
So if you notice, like if you actually have eyes and are paying attention, we are broadcasting a little bit differently today. We finally figured out what we didn't figure out what the problem was. We just created a new solution. So for those of you out there that think that things happen and when they go wrong, that it's a bad thing, the fact of the matter is that since the summer, I had been promising Gladiator Guru that I was going to use streaming software so that we could broadcast live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And that went on and on and on. And I didn't bother to switch it because I actually thought it was going to be too complicated. I thought it was going to be too hard. So all of a sudden we couldn't get onto the Facebook page, and I still don't know what the problem was. And so as of yesterday, I was fiddling in the afternoon going, okay, this is just great. We're going to have to go on my page again, which I didn't really want to do. And I finally said, okay, that's it. I'm just going to see how this works. We had a late meeting last night. For those of you that were like, I know Michelle was like, what the hell? You guys are on So we had a late meeting last night, and there we were. We were just broadcasting to just Facebook, trying it out, and it seemed to work. And here we are. We're on live stream. So this is really fantastic. StreamYard live stream. We're live streaming on StreamYard. And you can also see we've got some very cool things. We have our logo in the top, which was awesome. And we have our names. So this is very cool. And again, we're simultaneously broadcasting to our YouTube channel. So this is fabulous. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is I'm not seeing people have jumped onto the Facebook, and usually by now somebody has. So I'm hoping that people get back to us and say, yes, that, that you're seeing us. I mean, I know we're on because I see us, but I'm not seeing anybody else. And have you tried sharing the channel at all?
I'm trying to right now.
I know. So just bear with us. We're still playing with all of this until we get used to it. But so what's the temperature over by you today? Do you know?
It's chilly. I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh, there we go. We got people on. Yay. I was worried because usually Michelle's like one of the first people on. Good morning, Michelle. She's usually the first one on, and so is Iritza. And are you seeing, I don't know if your view is the same as mine, Gladiator Guru, but do you just see us talking, or do you see also the comments pulling up right in front of on the screen?
I see the comments. Michelle says she hears an echo. From which part, Michelle?
Okay. Let me see if this helps.
No, I can't hear you at all.
Does that help, Michelle? Or are you trying to weed it out, weed it out?
Yeah, now you're too loud. Now, yeah. Yeah, now there's a lot of background noise. Before, I didn't hear anything.
That's interesting. There's background noise. Okay. So Michelle, type in if you're still hearing an echo. I kind of hear my voice lagging as well. So I'm going to see if I can control my mic a little bit better. Well, that's why. I think I just solved the problem. How's that? Is that better?
Much better.
Okay. And I think we hear less of an echo now. Do you know why? Because on the audio it said echo was checked off. So that would make sense why you're hearing. It's subtle. What's subtle? Is the echo subtle or is it better now? I still hear myself too. One way to find out. So that would make sense why you're hearing. All right. Not bad though. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. All right. So we're still working out the kinks. This is going to be a lot of fun though. This software is going to be a lot of fun to use because there's a couple of really cool things that we could do with it. And we're still sort of getting used to it. I mean, literally, we were playing with this. What time was it? It was like 8:00 at night, right? Was it 8:00 at night?
Yeah, I think so.
Just giving it a try, thinking, hopefully this will work, you know? So, are we allowed to comment? No, we can't comment on here. We could comment on here, but we can do, okay. So, all right, so Michelle says it's perfect. Yes, there was a little button that I had to push. So good morning. Oh my goodness. How does it look? Does it look pretty cool to you guys? Like I'm even looking at us on Facebook and even the way it presents on Facebook is pretty different. Do you notice, Gladiator Guru? It's like very, very cool. All right. So again, this is what happens. You know, I am not I am a procrastinator. I'm an active procrastinator normally, but there's certain things that this is a perfect lesson. When we are a little unsure about ourselves or unsure about how to do things, and we sort of put it to the side because we think it's going to be so problematic or hard. But then you just try it and it worked. And because the universe forced our hand to start doing the live stream, which is what we wanted to do anyway, because we wanted to be on YouTube at the same time. So that reminds me, people, remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Actually, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We only have, what do we have, Gladiator Guru? Something like 29 subscriptions or something like that.
Yes.
And we know there's a hell of a lot more of you that, you know, so subscribe. I know some people have to have they have to sign into YouTube. So sign in, man. Sign in. We are worth it. Share us, says the badass Buddha. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite simple. I mean, and you can watch the videos in whatever order you want. You can watch it when it pertains to you on any certain day. Motivation's always there, whether it's from us or our guests. So, I mean, I was talking to Francia last night, and she never was aware that I had a Moments con Margarita YouTube channel. You know, so as we're on our Zoom, she got on it and actually started watching some of the videos when I walked through Spain. And so I think that was cool. So I think it's just repetition for people to remember to go on and subscribe.
Yes. Repetition. Subscribe. How many times can I repeat this? So lots of people. Francia is on. We said good morning to Michelle and Iritza. Arika is on. Is Arika Bolachala?
Not Erica.
Sorry.
Erica Bolahala.
I butchered it. I'm so sorry. It sounded kind of pretty, but I'm so sorry, Erica. Sorry about that. And Francia says, stay consistent and share. You have to keep on sharing. Yeah, but listen, Francia, yes, we share. But you people The fans are the ones that need to share, and we know like Michelle is really good. She's always talking about us, and I'm sure all there's a lot of you that are doing that. So I'm just not calling out Michelle. So, share the stream. When it comes on, have a watch party. Whatever. Share the YouTube videos. That's another way. Is like when you're on the Facebook, grab our YouTube video and then bring it over to your Facebook channel and share it. Hell, send it in emails to people. Hey, these fabulous ladies, you got to see them because they're freaking awesome. And here, I'm going to just share that with you. So, all right. So Francia says, that's right. So you can see I'm just very excited about all of this. Like I can't, even I look good. I'm all like sort of creamy looking. So I don't look like I have a blemish on my face, not a wrinkle. The bags are still there, but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm loving this. Yeah, Michelle says she shares every week. Thank you, Michelle. All right. So,
Awesome.
what coffee you drinking, my love? What are you having this morning?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Remember, mi gente, this is called Viva Cafe con Leche because of our passions and love affairs with coffee. Like my morning coffee is my rites of passage to start the journey of my day. That's how important it is to me. It's not as delicious anymore, but it will be. Um, oh, maron. So yeah, I'm drinking the same Café La Llave. I'm gonna stick to this until I'm not, but yeah, that's what I'm drinking. And I have to um when I slow drip it very thin because I normally like to make the heavy espresso kind, but when you're drinking it straight black, I have to do it like dirty water, just to say I had some coffee for now. But yes, and remember, let us know in your comments what coffee you're drinking and where you are from. We all want to know where you're from. Good morning, beautiful. My Janet, my sister said, good morning, beautiful ladies.
Good morning, Janet. Good morning. And Francia, did you see what Francia wrote?
Yes, thank
I
you.
listen, I'm loving the comments. This is fantastic. Like they're right in front of us. The only reason I'm going to need to look at my phone periodically is to actually put like a love or like because I can't do that from StreamYard. But this is great. But we can actually comment directly. Oh, this is so. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway.
Yes.
So
Janet, she tag Molleto in this video or share it with him so he could watch it. Because I can't do a watch party
oh
on
yeah,
my
and that's
thing.
on Facebook. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's so strange. But anyway, okay, I'm drinking New England coffee, blueberry cobbler. You know me and my flavored coffees. And yes, it's black coffee is just not God bless those people that could drink it, but it ain't me, that's for sure. Blueberry coffee is, I mean, the just plain coffee black. So, Gladiator Guru, remember we had mentioned about you sharing with the tribe how you make your coffee. Like we're going to do a kitchen broadcast and we're going to go over and everybody if they're home during the broadcast is going to make coffee with you. So we'll do that in January. We'll make sure that we set a time for that because it'll be in between your Kairos programs so that you can enjoy that coffee. And we all get to learn how to make Gladiator Guru's coffee. So that'll be really exciting. And yeah. So anything else, my beautiful dear? Should we
Good.
do
Yes.
shout outs and
Yeah, shout outs. Good morning, George. Oh, I love that. We have some guys. And Iris said, Bustelo, baby, muddy and sweet, 100%. You know, last night I was we were talking business with Francia, and I was naming the stuff, and then I got so excited again when I started talking about my coffee cart, how it's going to be called Abuelita's Authentic Café con Leche because we don't do flavors on my coffee cart.
I'm sorry, do I have a little something right here?
And I got excited because that's how we normally stick to one kind and the boiling of the milk and the foaming it and sometimes Puerto Rican households, they actually boil the milk with the sugar in it as they're stirring, and it's just there's just something about just the authentic mix to it. You know, when you go to Starbucks, that's like a treat.
It is.
That's
It's
like,
like dessert.
yeah,
And the
that's a treat.
calories to boot. It's like dessert.
But that, like, the so I just can't wait to actually, I can't wait to start building it, and everything. So I mean, when that all happens, I hope you people who haven't taken vacations will travel down here for the grand opening, because that's going to be awesome.
Oh my God, a live broadcast together during your grand opening for Viva Cafe con Leche. Sounds good to me. I'm ready. I am ready.
Yes. So remember, mi gente, write down in the comments where you're from, because we you know what? There's certain times in life where we need to re-excite ourselves. We need to, like, be like, yes, this is who I am. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. So brag about it. Where are you from? What are you drinking? Are you wearing panties or thongs? I don't know. Just write it in the comments. You know?
Where do you wish you were from? How's that? You could say where you're from and where you wish you were. You could say things like that. Here's the other thing too. Please say hi, because I'm noticing that as our feed goes up on StreamYard, we see comments, but we don't see who's just viewing. So please, by all means, like for instance, Gina, good morning, Gina, kind is on. And so we want to make sure that we don't miss you guys if we're not paying attention to our Facebook scrolling. Okay. So just please, like, make sure, like, say hi, just say good morning, because it's a beautiful morning. Oh, I stole it from you. Oh my God.
See?
All right.
But you got to do it with feeling. You do it with feeling.
And you say you're tone deaf, but it's like you could carry the tune. What the hell are you talking about? In fact, I heard that the other day on the it playing in the living room, and I started to laugh. I'm like, oh, Gladiator Guru.
My kids won't laugh. But listen, Michelle writes, I'll follow up with a tutorial on how I make my Folgers instant decaf.
Oh my God, Michelle, that's so. Oh my God, listen, that would be so funny. Well, you know what? Because I think, listen, oh my God, listen, that's perfect. As soon as you're done broadcast, like as soon as you're done making yours, we're going to bring Michelle on, and Michelle's going to say, okay, so first I put the Folgers in my cup, and then I pour the water in. What? Oh my God, that would be so fun. Especially because yours takes, like, how long for you to make yours?
Well, you let Carmen tell the story. She says it takes 20 minutes. But you know what? When I make my coffee, I do it with such intention that nothing else matters. And yeah, I don't rush the process. So I do it. I prepare my slow drip, and then I boil my water, and then I'm boiling the milk. I never microwave, and I never put cold milk in my coffee. That's like sex without an orgasm, right? So why do it? So
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so and then I don't make coffee just for me in the morning. Like right now, Donnie's here. So I make his cup, I make mommy's cup, and then I make mine. And then I cover theirs up, and then I come out and do the show. And on a regular day, that's how that is. But I think when I do that, because it's such an intimate process for me, I take my time. There's no rush. Coffee is not to be rushed. I'm sorry.
Just like sex.
Exactly. But I hold on, because I got to get my water. I didn't bring my water with me, and I'm parched.
And good morning, Delilah's on. Good morning, Delilah. Glad that you are here. So what we'll do is, while Gladiator Guru is getting her water, we're going to talk about setting our intention for today. And then we're going to get started, because it is 6:20. And we have a really fantastic topic to discuss today, which is self-centered versus centered self, which is a fantastic way to shift from the conversations that we've had over the last 2 weeks about narcissists. And we hope that the conversations on narcissists were very helpful to you, maybe gave you some perspective, understanding, maybe helped you see things a little bit clearer, changes that need to be made in your life with regards to how you handle people, the relationships you have with some of these narcissists. And interestingly, we talked about that lady on YouTube, Dr. Ramani, my favorite. I love Dr. Ramani, and I'm on her notifications. So whenever she puts out a video, and the interesting thing is, the last 2 days since our conversation, it's been popping up all the answers to, like, even further detail the answers to where we left off. So how to get over it, how to survive it. So I highly recommend that you, if you really believe that you are in a narcissistic relationship or you have a lot of narcissists around you, subscribe to her YouTube channel. I mean, hello, subscribe to ours too, but subscribe to Dr. Ramani's YouTube channel because it's so informative. I mean, you could just view one after another and learn all about narcissists. That being said, we are going to talk about being self-centered versus centered self. But before, we'll set our intention. And let's see, I want a cup of Margie's coffee, Michelle said. Michelle, you'll probably be up for days. If you're hitting that decaf, Michelle, you're probably going to be up for days. And Iritza says, sex? What's that? Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
We understand.
I don't.
Anyway, intention. How about that? We'll just leave it at that. So the intention for today is, today and each day forward, I will honor, forgive, and love myself. So take a breath, and today's intention you're going to set for today. Today and each day forward, I will honor, forgive, and love myself.
Oh, nice. That was nice. And my mantra to tell yourself throughout the day is, I belong where the laughter lives. I belong where the music plays. I belong in the heart of happiness.
Ooh, I love it. Say it again, girl.
Breath. I belong where the laughter lives. I belong where the music plays. I belong in the heart of happiness. Thank you. That's my very own.
That's nice. That's really nice. It's very powerful too. Love it, love it, love it.
What is the heart of happiness? Happiness lives within you. So you belong in the heart, in your heart of happiness. Can't find it anywhere else. The laughter comes from you, and the music. So always, ole.
That's actually interesting about what you said too, because yesterday I was on a webinar. I'm a part of a group called the Happy Neighborhood Project. And if those of you that have a business and you want to network, this is a fantastic organization to network with, because just the name alone gives you the idea of the type of people that you network with. And so I'm actually what's called a happy business. I'm actually a member, and they give seminars and stuff, free seminars and workshops to the members, but they also give it to the general population as well. So yesterday I was on a webinar on happiness as a skill, and it was very interesting because the head guy, the head of the Happy Neighborhood Project, he did a big TED talk, and he started doing research, just his own set of research, not a researcher per se, and he did he was doing his own research on happiness, like people choosing happiness. And so he was getting a little upset, but not upset, but he was conflicted by people saying happiness is a choice. Oh, you could get out of that depression. And you tell that to somebody who's depressed, and it's not that easy,
No.
And so he started to realize, the more people he interviewed, that happiness is a skill, that it is a choice. You can choose, but even if you choose to be happy, it's not easy to do it. You have to learn how to be happy. And this became very evident. Like, I have these conversations. I've had workshops on this as well. And in the midst of the workshop yesterday, it hit me that, you know, what's interesting is that happy, when they say happy, you could choose to be happy. No, you know what most people actually are very good at, and often choose more than anything, is they choose to be miserable. And so that's the one that's easy to choose. You could choose to be miserable, you could choose to be a victim. But happiness is a little bit more complicated, especially when you're depressed. So it's a skill set. And it was very interesting. And for those of you that seriously, like if you want to network with a great group of people, I'll give them a shout out, Happy Neighborhood Project, and just go onto their website, click, they have networking all over the country and a worldwide one. And when you do the referrals, just say that I referred you. I don't get any money for it. It's just fun to send people there. So anyway.
That's
So
the
Jolly
one.
Vet.
That's the one you keep telling me to go on.
Yes, Gladiator Guru. Because it's so much fun. They're so much fun. And they're so, anyway, but okay, so we'll get going on our conversation. Jolly Vet is on. Good morning, Jolly Vet. Nancy Green is on. Our peeps, Maria Garcia is on. Jonathan is in the house.
Hola.
All right. Oh, Jonathan, live, laugh, love. Yes.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Thank
all
you,
right.
Jolly.
So Francia says, you choose the words that come out of your mouth. Choose to talk happiness, positive to yourself and others. Yes. And we're usually worse to ourselves. We're the ones that we're mean to ourselves. We don't ever say some of the things. There was an exercise that a friend of mine did in one of her coaching group sessions, where she asked people to write down all the bad things that they say about themselves. Okay. Then after we were done, or well, I wasn't part of it. After everyone was done, they were to take those things and say it, pair off with another person and say it to that person.
It was hard.
And people were uncomfortable. Yeah. They were like, I don't want to say that, like you're stupid, you're a jerk. Like they couldn't do it to the other person. So that was very interesting.
Wow.
Right,
Yeah, that's what happens. And thank you, everybody who's agreeing that this color looks good on me, because they're so, you know what? I guess they're over the black. And the thing is, to be quite honest, I have to do laundry, so I didn't really have anything black to put on. And so I was like, okay, what do I have? And this shirt, the badass Buddha bought for me. Being sarcastic, never. She sent it to me and I love it. And so I was like, it still had the tags on it. And I was like, oh, okay, let me wear that. And then I have a sweater that goes with it. So thank you very much. Sometimes I will be unfaithful to my black attire. And everybody notices, like, oh, look at you wearing color. My daughter always say that. Oh, look at you.
The tribe has spoken, though. Like,
being different today and stuff like that. But sometimes we just gotta, take that little detour and throw a splash on, and here we go.
Jolly Vet says, I knew something was up. Oh, dang. Oh, they're calling you out. And look, Tiffany's in the house. And that's funny because I was wondering where you were, Tiffany, because you're usually like, you're there right with Michelle, right at the beginning. So we're like, where's Tiffany? So good. So now all is complete. We have our normal people. We have extra people on too. This is like people that I have never seen come on. Maybe I just don't see it on my end, but wonderful, fabulous. Okay. So let's chat about, we don't have to take a long time to talk about self-centered, because we did enough of that with the narcissists, because narcissists are the great example of being selfish. Okay. So we just, oh yes, go ahead, Gladiator. Are you raising your hand? Go ahead.
I'm raising my hand. I just wanted to remind everybody, we're still doing the small business brag. Today, again, my hair's a hot mess. I'm wearing one of Lillian's custom creations. You can order this necklace, whatever size you want, and whatever color bead. I got the howlite bead. I love howlite beads. They pick up a lot of negative energy. They remove toxins. And then I got the lotus flower. So and Jolivet with her tumblers because I have something to show from hers. And Michelle with her handmade carved silver jewelry. And then today we're gonna have another one, and we want to bring more people on. So if any of you have something that you do, contact us so that we can showcase you. Because that's what we need to do. We need to
Support.
remind everybody to shop small businesses, support small businesses. Pookie can come on because he's a barber, he's a small business, he has a product, and people
Yeah, services, products, whatever.
and and people will they're his walking advertisement. So I mean, come on, mi gente, we gotta help one another. If you work, Maria, are you still working at Dunkin' Donuts? Tell them where so people can go to where you're at and say, hey, Viva, and you're going to smile. That's adding to your life. I mean, come on. That's how we support one another. If you're from, I don't know which one she works at, but Maria, put it up there. And if you're in the area, stop by and say, hey, I'm from Viva. Even if there's 4 girls and you don't know who's Maria, says Viva.
Hey, look at what Nancy Green wrote. That's awesome. She says, I really want to start my own business, but don't know what yet. So just put my 2 weeks in at my job. Yay. Hey, listen, you know what helps you decide what you want for your small business? A life coach. So work with Gladiator Guru, and she will help you find your passion and purpose. And she will help you figure out what you want your business to be so you could be a success. How is that? Because we're small businesses too, right, Gladiator Guru? So, all right.
I'll help you figure out what you want, and then Badass Buddha is the business type of it, and then she'll help you get started on that because that's what we do.
Although I'm not a business coach, but what I learn, I always, that's what we do is we share. We share what we learn.
Please don't correct me. Please don't correct me on live video, okay? Just because you're in Connecticut.
And what?
Just because you're in Connecticut. Hey, anything to travel.
Oh, you travel all the way up here to kick my ass? Is that what you're saying?
I've done it before, right?
Oh, it is on, girl.
Speedy.
Let me tell you.
My cousin can confirm that for you. Iritza.
I thought that wasn't you anymore. I thought you didn't have the stick in the closet anymore and stuff like that.
I said she's sleeping. I never said she died.
All right, then.
Okay, so let's and Francia said I can help you. Look at that. That's right. Francia, I didn't mention Francia because she's going to be part of the small business brag, which I love that Lori Badass Buddha gave it that name because it is so much better. So yeah. So let's follow through. Come on. What we're gonna talk about. Self-centered versus centered self. Which are you, Badass Buddha?
Oh, I'm totally centered self. Yeah, there's no question. There's no question. So, self-centered, preoccupied with oneself and one's affairs. We already know that. We've talked about that with the narcissistic. So people who just really, they're the number one. Now, there's a difference between self-love and self-care. You make yourself number one, but you're doing it to help others. Like you're helping yourself, knowing that you have to take care of yourself. So sometimes we've talked about this so many times that it's not that you taking care of yourself is a selfish thing to do. Well, okay, actually it is a selfish thing to do, but it's not self-centered. There is such a big difference. Self-centered means that the world revolves around you. You are the center of the universe, and that everything gravitates around you. So everything has to be your way, blah, blah, blah. And we have become a society of self-centered people because it has become accepted. You know, it's all the way up. It goes into business, it goes into government, into households, into education realms, where we have learned to accept the self-centered people and that everybody else strives to be that way to sort of keep up. But centered self, though, is a mindfulness practice. It is where you're shifting to where it's a type of grounding. It's actually separate from grounding. So do you have definitions of anything, Gladiator Guru, that you want to share? Or
no, I just whenever I hear about a self-centered person, I picture that diva that has a whole entourage that wipes her ass, puts her lipstick on, puts one piece of hair in place. Um,
A
those are the
diva.
those are these people that just, they might. I believe though that self-centered people do have empathy and they do have compassion, but they have low self-esteem. So it's all about look at me, look at me, look at me. Um, and those people, unlike narcissists, can be salvaged. They can come out to the light and bloom into the beautiful flower they were meant to be, instead of hiding behind glamour or whatever it may be. Centered, centered loves, centered lives, centered beings. They're more humble to me.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
and they're not Mother Teresa types either. So, people, you have a spectrum, and I think with both, people are so quick to judge to the extreme part of the spectrum on both cases. So when you are centered, you are called selfish sometimes. You can be labeled selfish because when you're a centered self, it's all about what you're doing, but then you're not feeding the negative vibes because you're humbled and you're sitting in your light. You're like that image that shows where you're sitting on the lotus flower. All is right with the world because the world is within. Like people say God's everywhere, and I said no, God's in everything, and that's how we are. And when we're self-centered, I believe that's the vibe that we put out, that we're one with the universe and we're content with the life that we have,
You
always
mean
striving
centered
to be
self.
better.
You
Centered
mean
self. Yes.
I
Thank you.
corrected you, sorry. It's
Thank
twice.
you.
It's twice.
So I just believe that the simplicity of that, sometimes people get the confusion, or the self-centered people want to bring you out of that, so they'll label you, they'll accuse you of certain things. But what is the difference? The difference is self-centered people don't know who they are, and the centered selves are content with who they are and what they are blossoming into.
And that's why they get so the self-centered people get so annoyed with people that are centered self, because it's too they because they're so disconnected and insecure. It really pisses them off that for the people that are very secure in their lives. So I actually wrote up a couple, like I looked up a couple of things. So it says, so, with reference to, because sometimes, and I actually had to correct myself, because groundedness and centered self exist together, but they're not exactly the same thing.
No.
So, groundedness refers to a sense of being fully embodied, whole, centered, and balanced in ourselves and our relationships. It's also a deeper connection to the authentic self. Groundedness is associated with an experience of clarity, wholeness, rightness, and harmony, whereas being centered means that you have a reference point, or a place to come back to when life's challenges and emotions push you off balance. The center is the place you have to get back to. So, it is part of mindfulness practice. It's about knowing that whatever's going on around you, that you will always be able to return to a center point, calm yourself down, detach yourself, be very aware of what's going around you, not connect to the bad, but stay connected to the more positive things. It says, so this was an article called "Hold to the Center: Zen Advice for When Things Blow Up Around You." The author discusses three tenets of his Zen practice: not knowing, bearing witness, and taking action. Not knowing is about letting go, especially during turbulent or uncertain times. It allows you to put aside fixed points of view. Bearing witness means being mindful of the world's joy and suffering. So this is something that you talk about on a lot, Gladiator Guru, about both sides of it. It's not just about, in order to understand happiness or joy, you have to see the suffering part as well. It's a way to come to terms with difficult situations and circumstances, and to completely embody the lived experience. Bearing witness in Buddhist meditation is about being aware of sensations and thoughts as they arise, allowing them to pass like clouds in the sky before your eyes. Bearing witness is spontaneous and often surprising. And then the last piece is taking action. For the most part, it's impossible to predict the action for any situation. The main idea is to be with the intention and that the best action will be taken for the situation, always being mindful of a caring and considerate action for yourself and everyone else involved. Taking action is sometimes connected to not knowing. And then practicing these three tenets is one way to improve your sense of resiliency and helping you feel more grounded and centered.
And does anybody have anything to say with that? I again, the simple wording of how to describe something that may seem so far-fetched is what we need. And what you just shared is very simple. Anybody can connect with those wordings. And if you don't know how to get there, I think you just need to just take time out. My Crickets Whisper business is all about finding the me time, whether it's 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes twice a day, or an hour that you can take to yourself. When you carve out that me time, you can sit with yourself, figure out what's missing or what you need to awaken, because we all have it within us to be this centered self that lives in abundance of just nature and laughter and love.
Yes.
So go ahead. That was really good. I love the word harmony. Harmony, harmony, harmony.
I know.
I like
And
the way it
gratitude.
flows. Yeah.
And gratitude. So centered self these are the terms associated with centered self. Compassion, gratitude, empathy, honesty, integrity, grounding. And here's the thing about selfish, so self-centered and centered self. We're not born this way. We're sort of always born as a very blank slate. But it's surprising to see how rapidly even an infant can learn to be more self-centered. I know it sounds funny. Actually, I'm going to rephrase this. Infants are self-centered. Like the universe does revolve around them because they are so dependent upon us. But it's not a conscious or subconscious thing. That doesn't mean it will last that way unless, as they get older, we feed it. So being self-centered is a learned behavior. It's something that people learn to be. And then centered self is also something that you have to learn to be. And unless you were taught that from an early age, you have to just redirect yourself. The great thing about centering yourself and grounding yourself is that there's tools out there that allow you to do this for yourself. You just have to, number one, want to do it and have a need for it and be willing to let go of certain things. Like centered self means that you can't, like one of the examples they use is if somebody cuts you off, a person who's very grounded and also very centered will usually just let it go. And I don't want to say usually, they just let it go. Mm-hmm. Like they'll say things like, well, I guess they were in a bigger hurry. Like they had to get in front of me. And if each of us made the effort to do more of that, like not worry about what somebody else says, we take it as a sign of weakness. Oh, well, we need to say something. If somebody says something to us, we need to say something back. Yeah, sometimes you do. But if you are very grounded, you'll know when the proper time to say something and when to just let it go.
Let it go.
But it takes practice.
Oh my God. It took me well into my, almost 50. And I'm not ashamed of that. Why? Because I still conquered it. Do I go that was a great analogy about someone passing you or cutting you off. I don't care how many cars, if there's a car trying to cross over into my lane to make that left for them, I let them. You know why? Because I believe in karma. So if that person needs to turn and there's 20 cars behind me, guess what? I'm going to stop traffic and I'm going to let you go. I've always been that. What I don't like is somebody riding my ass and then cutting me off. Then, but it took me a long time to be like, whatever, dude, whatever. Because we're always going to end up at the same stoplight up.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, you're right. But that was a great analogy. That was a great visual for people, because really, is it worth getting upset? You don't know what that person's going through. You know, maybe he's an asshole. Maybe he's in a rush to get to pick up his kid from whatever practice or school or rushing. We don't know. So if we don't know, then guess what? Did you die? That's the main question. One day I said something to my daughter. She's like, but did you die? And I was like, but it's true. It's true. And that's from the movie The Hangover. And that's what you gotta ask yourself: is this worth dying for? Just people who didn't wake up this morning, and you're upset because somebody cut you off, or is driving too slow in front of you, or whatever the case may be. That's where the harmony, the gratitude, the integrity, the grounding, the love of life comes in.
Yeah, because what if I said to you, like, what if I said that it's been proven in research that if a person leads a more peaceful existence on a daily basis, that it would add 10 years to your life. And if I said that, I said it's been proven with research that you will add 10 years to your life, and not just 10 years of like suffering, 10 quality healthy years that boost your health, blah blah blah. If would you make, and I'm not saying you Gladiator Guru, I'm just saying the tribe in general, would you make an effort to allow peace to enter your daily life? And one of them would be, and the way to do it would be to ground and center yourself. So would you do it if there was a guarantee that you would live 10 extra years and they would be healthy, like you wouldn't be ill health? And I think that, and first of all, I'm just going to say, there's no research study that actually says this. I'm just making a point, is that, when we believe that if we do this, this will happen. And you have to get into your head that, like, I strive for peace. Like I want my day to be peaceful. Is it peaceful all day long? Hell no. And is it going to be exciting? And like, peaceful is calmness, but you could be excited. What I mean is, it's not negative. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a negative situation going on. And I remember when I was really depressed and I went into an online support group. It was oh my God, I can't remember the name of it anymore, but it was like they had all kinds of support groups for depression, for this, for that, and I went to a particular one, and I remember my name on it, because you don't use your name, and my name was Hoping for Peace, like hoping number 4 peace. And that was my little tag name. So when I would be in the chats, that was what and it was funny because I didn't think about how powerful that was until months later, maybe even a year later, when I was thinking back to it, saying that was probably one of the most profound and strong names I could have picked. Because that's exactly what I was hoping for. Like, I was hoping for peace. And then I asked myself, did I get it? And I have to say, overall, yeah. Like, with the changes that I made in my life, which were very conscious changes, I have. And so every day I start the day very peaceful and I end the day peaceful. In the middle, it's sometimes chaos, but I will ground myself throughout the day and I will center myself throughout the day. And that's the whole point of this. And the more you do that, the more compassion you have, the more empathy you have, and the less self-centered you will be, because we all have a moment,
Well, you got to remember too, Jesus didn't have it easy the 30-something years he walked this earth, and he was the Son of God, because that's, as humans, we're going to go through that. And it's not even about what people do, what people bring out in us. It's just what the days of life is. And the thing is that when you end your day, you think of all the good points of it. And that's peace. That's how I search for peace. I like to wake up and sit with myself. And right before I go to sleep, I like quiet. I like to sit with myself. So get me and myself, we're best friends. There's nothing nobody can say about me or myself. Okay? Because like the post I put up yesterday, I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I loved that.
But I drink coffee, so fuck them, because I can't think about them.
I loved that post.
We can't, if you're thinking about people pleasing or who's going to like you or who's going to look at what you have and say, oh, look at, he made it. It's not going to happen. Good morning, my beautiful son-in-law, Henny, Maria. Mwah. So Yeah, and so that was really good. And that's exactly, you know what? It's about setting the intention to live a centered life, and then
Absolutely.
it flows naturally. And that's what you have to do. You have to set the intention that you want to learn the centered style living, and then do one thing every day, do two things every day, do three things throughout the day, and before you know it, you're there. And that's when you're gonna realize that the tsunamis are gonna come. So, bitch, you better learn how to swim. And then you come out and you ear dry, and you're like, oh, I got this. And that's a centered life. It's not a perfect life.
Well, there's no perfect life, and
I
shit
know.
happens, and shit happens. That's the difference, is that somebody who's self-centered makes things go towards them, and if it doesn't work out, they have the hissy fits. They pull everybody into their drama. But a centered person knows that life isn't perfect, and life does, like, the shit hits the fan sometimes, and then sometimes you have to just, you have to, like you said, it'll flow. You go with the flow. You know how to respond as opposed to react. And there's sometimes you have to react, but it's like you just know. And it does, and it takes practice, just like anything. It takes practice, especially if you're not used to doing it. Especially if you have to redo yourself. Like if you were very insecure, not self-centered, but just insecure, but then you have to relearn that piece, then you have to learn how to center yourself. But you can do it all at the same time. But it's constant. It takes constant practice. But it's a beautiful thing. Like it's life.
It's beautiful. And before we bring Francian, with the daily affirmations and mantras, you don't have to choose ours. What we're trying to do here is we are trying to get you to understand that your day needs to start with an affirmation. Personalize it, custom make it for you. What we do here on Viva is try to inspire you to be the best you in your comfort zone, but still striving to be the best you. So if you start your day with an affirmation and a mantra, guess what? You're on your way to seeking that centered self. Because there's going to be pebbles in your shoe that's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. But like the badass Buddha says, it's your intention to want to be better for you so that then you can be better for the world. Point blank, period.
Yes. Yep. All right. With that, do you want to do some shout outs? Because there's a lot of people that came on. Do you want to?
Yes. I said, hey, Henny, Marina, I love you. And Marina said, you got it. I don't know what she was referring to. But yes, welcome. Welcome. We love you all at Viva. And Henny, I think Pookie went off, but yes.
Yeah, people jump on and off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like putting up hearts and comments. And one of the things that I'm just going to remind you, because I've said this early on, for those of you that I love seeing the flying hearts and happy faces. So like, make sure you send that stuff up. I just get such a kick out of that. And it took me forever to figure out how to do that. So please make sure you do that. If you like what's being said, or if you just want to send love, that's good enough. All right. So we ready to get our, what did I call it? Small business brag. I forgot the name. We're ready to brag about our small business. So we're going to get Francia on to talk about her business. So we're going to add Francia to the stream. Hi, Francia. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, welcome. Bienvenida.
Thank you. Gracias. How are you doing today?
We're great.
Amazing show. Talk.
Oh, great. We thank you.
I have to throw in there, I am a center self.
Yes, you are.
Wonderful. Gladiator Guru, would you like to introduce Miss Francia?
Hola, mi gente. Aquí te habla la Margarita aquí para traer a la tarima.
What she said.
I'm doing the Spanish. Welcome to the stage. A Francia Reina Rodríguez.
Elena. Thank you so much.
Wait. Let me backtrack. Let me rewind. Francia Elena Reina Rodriguez. Fer.
Thank you.
All those Puerto Ricans with all those names.
The
Like,
R's.
just keeps going. It keeps going.
You are stereotyping us Ricans. She's Colombian.
Oh, okay. So
But
it's
you're ready
a
for the
it's a
correction.
Latina thing.
Yeah,
It's a Latino thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
All right.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much for having me, ladies. And I am Francia Elena Rodriguez Reina. That's my mother's, obviously, and my mother's maiden name, and my father's Rodriguez. And I decided to keep all four of them.
And just saying the names, the show's over. Like,
I know,
we
I know.
ran out of time.
So quickly, so my business is FUR, which is my initials, the acronym for my initials, as well as focus, excellence, real results. And what I focus on is definitely, I heard one of your listeners, Nancy, I would love to help you get your brand started, your business started, along with these amazing coaches. I specialize, I'm going to school. My major is sales and marketing. I'm a real estate agent as well. I've been in the network marketing for years. And in this time of pretty much everything virtual, everything is at our fingertips, and we need to utilize that, and we need to grow and learn everything that there is in the market today to help us grow as well. So I help you do that. Your logo, your business cards, your landing pages, your social media presence, your online presence is very important to get as many followers and turn them into your customers. So that's what I do. And like I said, I'm also a real estate agent here in Florida. So you can check me out at property360re.com. Well.
Can I
Yes.
Henny said, Henny, my son-in-law says, talk to me in Spanish, Francia.
I saw that.
Claro que sí, parcero, cuando quiera.
Henny, do you want me to talk Spanish? Because it ought to be interesting.
Love them.
Oh my God.
Love you, Tiffany.
I don't think she's on. Either she's sleeping or she's driving to work.
Well, she'll see this later.
I love that. The focus,
excellence, real results. So you, as the business owner, as your brand, you need to focus on what you master, your craft. You need to focus on that, and you need to learn how to outsource yourself. And marketing is a big piece. And here I am. You need to contract someone that's going to focus on your marketing. Without your marketing, without your advertising, you won't get the customers that you need. Focusing on just your Facebook friends and family is not going to grow your business the way you need to grow your business.
And Francia makes really beautiful videos. She's made the Viva videos. And we're going to be using a lot more of her videos. We're still, some people are just really slack on sending, pictures and videos and stuff.
I can grab them wherever you are.
But yeah, you have to check it out. We're going to put your information, your contact information in the comment section, but also in the description. And then we're also going to be sharing it throughout the pages as well for the Small Business Brag. And the interesting thing is that particular piece, I just need to say this, so I don't put you on the spot just a little bit, but the videos that Francia makes are really, really good. And she just started doing this. And that to me, that's why I hope you're not uncomfortable with me saying that, because I was blown away when Gladiator Guru first showed me some of the stuff that you did. I was like, oh my God. And she said, oh yeah, she just started doing this. And I'm like, how the hell? Like, it's so professional looking and so it's fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
And for you to build up your business, you have to have a social media presence. You have to post regularly, and she can help build that. She can help create that for you. So definitely reach out to her and see, and if you live in Florida and you want to buy a house, how about that, right?
Yeah.
Or
she's
sell your
there.
house. Yay.
Or sell.
And she'll speak to you in Spanish. And some of the videos I have up with my books, where it's with the music, and then it's showing you my books and where to order them. That's also a video made from Fer. So they're gonna keep coming. And I think that if you have a business, if you have something to display, come see about Francia, because she's vibrant with it. She's excited about it. And you want somebody to work with your business, to bring your business to life, who's excited about what they do and has a passion for what they do in marketing your brand. So get her now that she's new, because once she's up and coming, you're not going to be able to afford her.
And I love that you said that, Guru, because you're right. She is so passionate about it, and she's so excited and happy. It comes out in what she's creating, and so yeah, that's a huge. But thank you for mentioning that. That was like
thank
perfect.
you, ladies. That was amazing.
Yeah, because it's true. But then, right now, it's like when we all start, we give prices not because we feel less than or whatever. It's because we want to put ourselves out there. So when you're navigating, when you start swimming, you always stay close to the shore, right? That's how new businesses branch out. And then the prices start growing, because now they're putting more effort, they're learning, they're multitasking to get.
You're outsourcing yourself as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like I tell everybody, when we put something out there and the price is what it is, it's hot, start becoming a subscriber to my channel, because once I start growing, the prices start growing, and then what? Then you're gonna miss out on a business entrepreneur who works in vibrant colors from her soul, with passion, with enthusiasm, and you're gonna get somebody who just sits behind a desk and takes your shit and just does whatever with it. Correct. So the choice is always yours. So come see about Fer.
Yes. Thank you so much, ladies.
Exercise.
Oh, I did it. Fer.
When I correct people with my name, because that's just how you got to do it, right? Because, Richard Rodriguez, he's a poet. He wrote something, just to let you know real quick. Hold on. I know I don't want to take no time. But he says, and I always put this up. Whenever my name is mispronounced, I want to buy a toy pistol, put on dark sunglasses, push my beret at an angle, comb my beard to a point, hijack a busload of Republican tourists from Wisconsin, force them to chant anti-American slogans in Spanish, and wait for the bilingual SWAT team to helicopter overhead, begging me to be reasonable. So, bitch, so that's what I say. So, bitch, get my name right the first time, because that's exactly how I feel when my name is butchered. Because I tell people, practice my name. It's good at it.
Oh, my God.
Practice it, because it's good exercise for the tongue.
And there's a lot of great reasons to exercise your tongue.
Yes. Yes. Love it. I love it, ladies.
Oh my gosh. So thank you so much.
But wait, so Henny says, amazing. So many resources at our fingertips. So they're getting it. I saw it. I loved it. He says, amazing work, Francia. I love the passion. So yeah. So people are listening.
So much. Definitely. May I just quickly give you my social media handles? So definitely book a free consultation. I'll meet you where you are, whether you're starting your business, you want to start your business, Nancy, or whether you have started your business and you just need that little boost, or you're established already and you need to revamp anything, your website, your logo, your copyright, anything. I can help you. You can find me on IG at Fer_marketing. You can find me on Facebook at Fer Marketing. You can book directly on calendly.com/Fer Marketing. And that's FERR marketing. Love you guys.
Fabulous. Yay. Thank you so much, Francia, for coming on. And thank you, everybody, for today. And we were so excited about this broadcast today. We went over a little bit.
And I love the layout. I love everything. You guys are amazing. Better and better every day.
Yes, that's the goal in life, right?
But that's what we're trying to teach people. Never be afraid. Like we were like, what's going on? But it's like the badass Buddha said last night. She's kind of happy that it failed to go onto her Facebook pages, because then it pushed her to inquire at a different angle that turned out to be better. So,
correct. You're
hella
learning as you go.
better.
Yeah, hella
All
better.
right. So we will be back on Thursday with our conversation is Stop Apologizing and Defending Yourself with our guest, Maritza Figueroa. Right. And so this will be good because what we're talking about is stop apologizing, defending yourself. Like, not that you don't have the right to defend yourself. It's meaning defending who you are when you have to defend to other people the person that you are, especially when you're a good, grounded, centered person and the other people have problems with it. So we're going to talk about why you need to stop that and you need to own yourself because you are a beautiful goddess or god and not in a self-centered way. And you don't need to apologize for shit. So we're going to talk about that, right? So,
Absolutely.
all right. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you Thursday, and we'll put Francia's information up. And this is the Badass Buddha saying, remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
And this is the Gladiator Guru saying, breathe in the beauty, breathe out the bullshit. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.